Ding, 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 ding. Holistic Bish gets a star. It's 1890 and it's the Sherman Antitrust Act. My name's Amy. I'm relearning U.S. history. You can find me on YouTube, Substack, Patreon, and I host the Foolish Optimist podcast where we are interviewing candidates who actually want to break up monopolies, because breaking up monopolies is good for business. It's good for the vast majority of the country, and these people running for office don't want to serve the elite few. They want to serve every American. So it's 1890, we're 13 years out from the Great Railroad Strike, right? That's in 1877. This is the time period where we are beginning our massive, massive, massive labor movement. This is the labor movement that is going to give you the AFL-CIO, 40-hour work weeks, 8-hour work days. It's going to give children the right to go to fucking school, right? Eventually. But that's where it starts. This all starts in the 1880s and 90s. It's post-industrial revolution. Work is violent, and these people have so much money and they own so much of the businesses that if workers say, we don't want to work for you, they're like, great, you're fired. So unions are being built, and while people are protesting, people are dying. The National Guard, the Pinkertons, they're killing people who are just trying to get home for dinner. 40-hour work week, right? Like the 9 to 5. And so the Sherman Antitrust Act is born. In 1914, they'll reinforce it with the Clayton Act, which introduced the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC. So the DOJ and the FTC are the ones that enforce this act, right? Because you can't just have an act without an enforcement mechanism. That's important. They're going to use this to break up the Standard Oil Company. That's John D. Rockefeller owning 90% of the oil industry in the United States. They're going to use this to break up AT&T in the 1980s, right? They're going to say AT&T, the Bell Company, owns too much. They're going to use this to break up the American Tobacco Company and the Northern Securities Company, which is J.P. Morgan's Pacific Northwest Railroad Company. That was dominating the Pacific Northwest in the early 1900s, right? Anti-monopoly movement through the DOJ and through the FTC are very, very important. And we're going to talk in the next video about why. We're going to talk about why it matters right now and what we could possibly see if we actually created another anti-monopoly act that had some teeth in it, that understood new modern industries like the tech industry.